I'm Amber from Influencer Updates on Instagram, and tonight I'm going to be talking about 3 of the biggest Australian influencer news stories for the week, including Steph Claire Smith, Allanah Harris, and Adrian Portelli. So the first story I'm going to start with is Steph Claire Smith. So this week she announced that she is pregnant with her second baby. She currently has a son called Harvey, who would be 2. And she has a husband, Josh Miller, and they've been together since they were teenagers. And yeah, this news really took me by surprise. I hadn't heard any inkling about Steph being pregnant. I suppose the last few weeks she's really been focusing on her ADHD diagnosis. So she spoke about that in her podcast, and then she was asked to go on to the Today Show, and she's really been like an advocate for ADHD and getting diagnosed. And that's, I guess, really distracted everybody from any potential pregnancy clues. I suppose, yeah, so she did post a black and white photo collage announcing the pregnancy. She's very clearly sticking her tummy out, because if you look at photos from just events that have been recently, she doesn't have a tummy like she does in these photos. It's very clear she's sticking it out for the photos, which is very common with these pregnancy announcements, especially with influencers. And she also uploaded a video of her son Harvey, and her and Josh were telling him the news that he's going to be a big brother. And I just thought the video was very funny. It got a lot of positive comments, and I just thought it was really funny because he basically didn't react. And the video is quite long. You can tell they're sort of come on, react. They're trying to say, oh, you're going to be a big brother. Oh, there's a baby in my belly. They kept saying more and more, and he's just okay. He just didn't really care. I don't think he understood, being that he's so young. But I think that Steph would be really annoyed about the footage, because she's obviously set up a tripod, and because of the angle of the video, she's sitting there with her tummy out, but you can't see it. So she's just talking about it and pointing to it. But the couch, the arm of the couch is in the way, so you can't actually see her tummy. So I think that she would be quite annoyed about that footage, that, yeah, firstly, Harvey didn't really react, and that the couch was in the way of her tummy. But yeah, she has been posting lots of body shots if people are interested in her baby bump, but at this point there really isn't a bump, in my opinion. She's arching her back a lot, so it'll come. But, that's the trend now. Influencers like to wear, the crop tops and have the belly out. I think Rihanna started that trend. So yeah, watch this space with that one. But yeah, really took me by surprise. The other big news with Steph lately is that the Australian Financial Review have released their annual 40 under 40 rich list. So it's the 40 richest Australians who are under the age of 40. And Steph Claire Smith is back on the list. So she is number 97. She has been on the list in previous years, but she was, 97, 98, 99, down the very bottom of the... Hang on, sorry, it's not 40 under 40, it's 100 people under the age of 40. And yeah, she's been sitting at the bottom, and then some years she gets bumped off. Maybe she's position 101 or something. But she's back on the list this year with an estimated wealth of 42 million Australian dollars. 42 million! That is huge. Somebody asked me, where do they get this information, the Australian Financial Review? I feel like it is verified by the influencers or the business people. I imagine they have to submit some sort of evidence. I remember when Kylie Jenner was on the front cover of Forbes as the youngest ever self-made billionaire, she had to submit things to them to get that verification, and that was based on the valuation of Kylie Cosmetics. So she ended up selling a 60% share for $600,000 US, which then valued 100% of the company as $1 billion. So that's her net worth was pretty much based on the Kylie Cosmetics empire. But yeah, with Steph Claire Smith, it says here that she has she started it with an ebook in 2015, and they've leveraged, her and her business partner Laura Henshaw have leveraged off that, and they've now got the Kick app, which we all would know about. And what else does it say? Oh yeah, she's also made money from the modelling industry, confronting toxic diet culture and struggles with body image. And they've also recently partnered with Stax, which is interesting because Stax, the owners of that, they're also in the richest people under the age of 40 list. So yeah, that's Steph. I will just summarise a few more influencers that were on the list, because I did post about it maybe 2 weeks ago now. And this post went viral. I've had 3 million page views in the last 30 days. This post has been shared 827 times, so it is just me taking screenshots from the AFR website, but I suppose maybe other people didn't post it to Instagram. But yeah, so she was number 97. Tammy Hembrow, she is number 80 on the list with an estimated worth of $56 million, which is also based mainly on her Tammy Fit app and also her Sasky collection activewear. Don Robertson and Matilda Murray, so they are the owners of Stax. They came in at position number 71 with an estimated worth of $67 million. Emily Skye Anderson, so she used to be like besties with Ashley Bynes back in the day, and then they had a big public falling out and sued each other and things. So she's another Gold Coast girlie. She's got a fitness app as well, and her net worth is $101 million. She also has a skincare brand with Sam Mangan, and that's called James Cosmetics. So that would also form part of her valuation. So she sold a portion of her workout app to like a big company, which is a big part of her net worth. Jane Liu, so she's on Shark Tank. She also owns Shopo, the fashion brand, so she's got a net worth of $107 million. Jennifer Hawkins, of course, the model and business person. She's got a alcohol brand and the J Bronze tanning brand of $112 million. Natasha Oakley, Kayla Itsinas, Margot Robbie, these are all more people. I just don't want to talk about it for too long. And number 6 on the list is none other than Adrian Portelli, who I'm going to be talking about a bit later in tonight's live. Adrian Portelli his net worth has increased since last year by 25%, which is massive when his wealth is estimated to be $1.29 billion Australian dollars. And that is mainly due to the valuation of his giveaway company, raffle company, I would call it, LMCT Plus. So yes, as I said, I will talk about that a bit more soon. So I'm now going to go on with the second story, which is Allanah Harris. So as I mentioned on the post earlier, Allanah and Brock Harris have confirmed that they have broken up. So I'll give a bit of a timeline here. So back on the 16th of October, so about a month ago, Allanah Harris deleted her Instagram page and also turned off all the comments on her TikTok page. And this is not long after starting a GoFundMe account to raise money for her sick daughter, Daisy, who was in hospital with multiple brain tumours. I should have written down the exact diagnosis, but she was very sick. She was only able to stay awake for an hour a day and they couldn't find what was wrong with her. She had multiple brain operations within a few weeks. And then last we heard she was in palliative care, which is not like a terminal illness. Palliative care just means she needs a lot of care. And the GoFundMe was to raise money for the family to move home, wherever that may be, so that they could be closer to family, to support them looking after like the older kids, as well as like Allanah needed to be like in hospital a lot with Daisy, and Brock had some mystery illness that they didn't want to disclose online due to his privacy, which was quite ironic. But so he wasn't able to work, and then Allanah was also not able to do influencing anymore due to having to look after Daisy. So they raised a lot of money. Everybody was very invested in this story, and then all of a sudden they closed the GoFundMe and closed down Instagram, turned off the TikTok comments, and nobody has heard a thing from them since then, publicly. About a week after that happened, another influencer, Alyssa Jane, she posted on her stories that she found out something a week ago that has left her feeling betrayed and that the world is messed up, but she can't speak about it due to her lawyer's advice. So immediately people are thinking, well, Allanah deleted her Instagram a week ago and now her friend Alyssa is saying this. They're both from like a similar area in Queensland. And so therefore they both like go to a lot of the same events, and they're both mum TikTokers. So yeah, they've crossed paths a lot of times. They've posted a lot of content together. Not a lot, a little bit of content together. So yes, it was very weird timing. Alyssa is still following Allanah on Instagram, so there's no gossip there. People were thinking that they weren't because Allanah like reactivated her Instagram recently, and because it had only just been reactivated, Instagram was showing that they weren't following each other, but they actually were. And then there were claims floating around the internet that the children, Alannah's children, had been taken into foster care, but that is just a rumor. I don't know if that's true. Like, who knows? But that could be why Alyssa is saying this thing had happened a week ago. But that is the rumor, and that is what, a lot of the tea pages were saying, I suppose. I'm not going to go into too many more details because, none of this is proven yet, but a lot of family members of Brock's have been commenting on things online as well, saying that, there's a lot of legal issues and they can't speak about it. So, something legal has definitely gone down. So the children being taken into foster care also, adds up with that story. So then Allanah also has a friend called Jessica Thode, I guess it would be pronounced. And 5 days after the Harris family deleted Instagram, Jessica posted a thing saying, on behalf of Allanah and Brock, I just want to let everyone know that Daisy is alive and doing well, because people were fearing the worst. They're like, maybe Daisy has died and that's why they've deleted social media. But no, she has not died and she's doing well. I know there's a lot of false information spreading across the internet, but none of that is true. So that would be addressing the foster care statements. They just want a little privacy and family time at the moment. If you see any false information, please let them know Daisy is doing well. However, so that was a few weeks ago now. Just 3 days ago, Jessica has then posted, thank you for all the messages in regards to the Harris family. At this time, I have no further updates to give you and will not be replying to any messages in regards to them. So that's interesting considering she was the only one to have issued any sort of update previously. Then today, Alyssa Jane, so she's the one who had said she'd found out something around the time that Alyssa had shut down her Instagram. She issued a statement today saying that there are literally hundreds of questions asking for an update on the Harris family. Whilst I appreciate your concerns, please kindly stop asking me. So it's very strange that two of her besties, this is a photo of the three of them. So that's Alyssa, Jessica and Allanah. It's just weird that, none of them are sort of saying everything's okay. Like, something's obviously wrong that they just don't want to speak about. Okay, then the story gets even weirder. So 4 days ago, Brock, he was found, he's actually joined Tinder. So people found him on Tinder and were like, this must be fake. Why would he be on Tinder? He's got a girlfriend or a wife, Allanah, who they've got kids with, and this huge, big, famous Instagram account. They've been together for years. So somebody messaged Allanah saying, hey, does Brock have a Tinder account or is it fake? And she replied saying, it's real, hun. The boy moves fast. We only officially broke up Saturday, but it's for the best. So it seems that, what's today? So 3 days ago, it must have been Tuesday. It took him 3 days to join Tinder after they officially broke up. I have heard rumours that they broke up a month ago, which would tie in with the timing of her deleting Instagram. Sorry, not broke up, like they moved out from living with each other. So that's very possible they moved out at that point and then broke up officially just a few days ago. But if you follow him on Facebook or search him up on Facebook, he's been selling heaps and heaps of his belongings. But that also sort of checked out with the fact that they had said they were moving home to look after Daisy and they were trying to raise money for the GoFundMe, so it made sense they would sell everything. I'm just a little bit worried about the comments. I've just seen a glimpse of something, but anyway. So they have broken up, it seems. So Allanah has confirmed that to people in DMs, not to me. I didn't DM her. And I won't say my source because the source has told me not to publicly say their source. But it is floating around the internet, I suppose. I also just found it interesting that people have been bringing up past stories about this couple as well. So back in December 2020, Allanah and Brock were on 7 News and basically every media publication in Australia for saving a boy from drowning. So that is great, of course, but just a crazy story that they were involved in. And then November 2019, there's a video that's resurfaced of Allanah Harris at a church, and she was claiming that she has stage 5 chronic kidney disease and that the prayer of her church has radically improved it. So, she has a history of these very intense illnesses and publicly talking about them. Same with what she's done with her children recently. So, I guess that was the story, that they have broken up, and that was a bit of background with that one. I will get to the comments at the end, I think. So I'm going to continue now with the third story of the night, which is Adrian Portelli is running his biggest giveaway ever. Okay, so I'm sure you all know who Adrian Portelli is. As I mentioned before, he is the 6th richest person in Australia under the age of 40 with a valuation of $1.29 billion due to his giveaway company, LMCT Plus. Now, it is called a giveaway company. It is, yeah, it's not a charity though. Giveaway, I've noticed a lot of comments saying, you know, Adrian's so generous giving away this resort, but it's not a giveaway company as such, it's a raffle company. Like, you've got to pay to be part of this LMCT Plus, and he obviously has a lot of people paying to be part of it. He actually mentioned in a Q&A one time, I think it was 100,000 members, which surprised me. I thought it would be more than that, but I don't know. It's obviously enough to give him a valuation of $1.29 billion. So yeah, you've got to buy entries into these giveaways, but his latest giveaway is a resort. He's giving away a resort which comprises of 5 houses, a clubhouse, and a swimming pool area. And it is none other than the resort that was auctioned on The Block recently, which was Sunday. So he's said here that the winner can win the whole resort, all 5 houses, the clubhouse and the pool, or $8 million instant tax-free cash. So he paid 15 million Australian dollars for the houses, and so you could either have $15 million of property, but the news is saying that it is not actually worth $15 million. They're saying that he grossly overpaid for it, and he's saying he overpaid for it. He didn't really care how much he paid. It was really good advertising. He was the #1 trending search on Australian Google that day. Like, it has brought a lot of eyes to his brand. He wore branded t-shirts during the auctions. Like, it was all very much advertising. So yeah, he doesn't care that he overpaid. He also overpaid on there were 2 girls that were contestants, 2 sisters, that I think a couple might have left halfway through the season, and these girls took over, and he wanted them to win. So he on purposely paid $1 million extra to make them win. So then they win that $1 million, plus they then win like a $100,000 prize or something as well. So yeah, if you want to win that, you can sign up to his LMCT Plus giveaways and hopefully you'd win. Good luck. It is in Phillip Island, which is near Melbourne, or it's actually in Cowes, Cowes, but yeah, which is on Phillip Island, I think. And yeah, he reckons it's a world first, giving away a whole resort. It does sound pretty cool. The thing is, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm guessing the person who wins is going to take the $8 million tax-free cash, because any normal person, if you win that resort, how do you even have the money to like maintain it? And what do? Do you get tenants? Like, it would be a big job. It would be a business, I suppose, having to run that resort. And if the person doesn't take the resort, what's he then going to do with it? Because he knows he's overpaid. I suppose he could then sell off the houses and make back some of the money, and then just the gap would be like an advertising cost. But yeah, interesting to see what he's doing. Somebody did message me saying that he had to buy the whole resort because they haven't actually got separate titles on the properties. But yeah, I don't know. People were saying that the auction was rigged because like they obviously have, like a normal auction, they obviously have buyers come and inspect the houses prior to the day and sign up as genuine bidders. And apparently there were a lot of like brands like LMCT Plus where they were wanting to get airtime, and they'd all sort of discussed what sort of prices they were going to be bidding so that they could work out who was going to get the most airtime and things. So it was all planned to a degree. And Adrian has said this is the last year he's going to be bidding on the houses on the block, and this was the 20th season. So I don't know if he's been there since season 1. Has it been going for 20 years? Because he's not even that old. So probably hasn't been around since season 1. But yeah, this is his final season. So it'd be interesting to see who's going to be bidding in future years, because he's been owning the block for quite a few years. Owning as in buying all of the properties.